Good morning, good morning. My name is Lou Ann and welcome to Blackberryrock Homestead on this cold, windy day. And I am actually filming this in January. I'm just trying to get ahead of the curve. We are doing quilting supplies now, what you need for out of this book. So, the next list of things is quilting needle. You will need needles that are specifically designed for quilting. Just so you know, my mama never did get needles. I don't think my grandma never did do that as well. And of course, quilting thread, I just use regular thread, all-purpose thread. That's what she's always used as well. And I do believe that is what my grandma's used too, because it was on the cheaper side and it was very budget friendly. The next one is a rotary cutter. Now this one is optional, which is a cutting tool made up of a round sharp blade mounting on a handle. I have one somewhere, and I know Mom has one somewhere. She never really did use the rotary cutter. I've used one in the past, and then I didn't like it because I couldn't cut through all the layers of fabric I needed. You need a really, really good one if you're going to get one. So let's move on to the next one. Okay, this next one, these next few, you definitely will need some kind of rulers. You could use rulers like this, which is actually a quilting ruler. Like I said, Mom had quite a few of them, or you could use a regular kid-friendly ruler, which I cannot get to mine right now. Do not see mine. You will need a pair of scissors, and your scissors, you always need a good pair of scissors, and do not cut paper with them. Have a different set of scissors that cuts paper, because if you cut paper with your scissors, they will eventually dull. So have another set of pair of scissors that you use just for fabric. And Mom always would get the kid-friendly scissors because they were really, really sharp. At one time, they was really, really sharp. And you will also need a seam ripper, just in case you make them boo-boo, which we're all inclined to do that because we're beginning quilters. You will need some straight pins. I prefer the ones like this that has a little ball. So you could put your pieces of fabric together so you know what to sew. Is beneficial. A sewing machine, which is optional. Sewing thread, again, you need that as well, which we went up to quilting thread. Straight pins, which we just showed you. Straight pins, what I showed you. Thimble, which I do have one somewhere, and I'm just going through this real quick. I'm sorry. And then typing paper to do the paper basting method, which I've never learned the paper piecing. So that is all of the quilting supplies that you will need. Now I gave you some suggestions for those that you may not need those. Some of them are some things that you can, I've been known to use a measuring tape to measure because I didn't have a ruler handy, but you could go get a little kid's 12-inch ruler, easy peasy, and they're usually cheap, other than these big quilting rulers, which are kind of expensive right now. So the next video that we will have in this series will be about fabrics and all that, because we're getting ready to start making this quilt that's on the cover of this. So that is it for today. So see y'all later, and God bless.